If cleanliness is godliness, why don't I get paid more? Hello, I'd like to welcome back to... Ooh, Viscera Cleanup Detail, Viscera Cleanup Detail. Viscera Cleanup Detail, hey, Macarena, or something like that. Oh, I don't think I can... Ooh. Ooh! Oh, come on. Another day, another penny. So today, we're gonna go and liberate the machine that dispenses crates. We will be needing crates. Lots of crates, actually. As you may have seen, there's lots of things that need crating out here. Like those little baby gibbets. Now, I know these are little baby gibbets, but they are still gibs. They are still to be cleaned according to proper janitorial procedures. You know what? You know what? Show post process. This actually makes it a lot easier. Probably one of the hardest things in the game to clean the staircase. I wonder if burnt gibs can make water bloody. That's something that's worth experimenting with. Let us experiment with it right now. I just made a stain. No! It's because they don't leave any spots, is it? Oh, that's actually pretty cool. It allows for some smooth handling. Okay. The guy's got some big dentures. I wonder how the dentist feels about that. Would you still stuff that with gold? I wouldn't. I wish, by the way, that these furnace doors could open both ways. That would be very useful. Let's see. Ah. Then what the hell are class A and B? Are A and B just in areas that aren't at risk or something? This is a lovely way to begin my day. A lovely way to begin my day. Lots of mess. Not like I ever clean up... Like, I guess it makes sense. Like, you wouldn't clean up someplace that's already clean. Here, I'm gonna hire you for $70 an hour. Clean up this clean place. I know it's already clean, but you can always make it cleaner. Where the fuck did that bucket go? What is it with things teleporting I guess that's how the engine fixes itself. Like, if it finds this weird discrepancy, it just warps objects a short distance away. Rather this than dealing with Mr. A. The smaller pieces get to stay, though. Was that bullet hole already there, or did I make that bullet hole? It's an either-or, really. Okay, we're gonna need this gun some more. I heard that smush. I heard that smush. You know, this place looks a lot nicer without the post-processing. I don't know what it is. Is there something about the environment? Just something about the environment. As the cool cats say. Considering that we don't have any real buckets, real crates, progress is relatively quick. Like, there's a minimal amount of spills everywhere. Work's going nice and smooth. Although the walls are significantly darker and harder to see when you turn off the post-processing. I do notice that much. I think we're done for now. Just put some gibs in there and a couple of shards of glass. You gotta make the most of what you can. Aha! Real bullets hole or not, you still get cleaned up, kiddo. I don't make the discrepancies. I simply obey them. Shadow Warrior, by the way, is a wacky game. The original classic game. I don't know what to make of it. It's fast-paced, but it gives you all these strategic weapons that you can't ever really use the way they're intended to be used. Which is weird. Gotta be extra careful with this, because I do not want to... think you're clever. Best stay the fuck out of here, son. We don't take too kindly to people that think they're smarter than I. Particularly I don't. And I'm the only person here. I've been welding bullet holes since I was 12. Because my father was a robot, and he was full of bullet holes. So I was always like, Dad, why do you keep letting people shoot you? And he's like, I'm a target range robot, son. I was born to do this. See, this is something that will happen when you use buckets. Insignificant. What we require right now is a futz load of buckets. Don't get too wild. These buckets will tip easy. See, this is so nifty that you can just take out a bucket and then get working. If they remove that feature, I will murder them. Because it is so useful. It's actually really mostly useful in this one level. There aren't a lot of other levels where I'm like, that's a required feature to make it endurable, so to speak. I just remembered. Just fucking remembered all the pieces of glass. All objects seem to require the same amount of welding. I mostly just don't want to see his ugly mug, actually. Die, katakana! Believe in round. The problem with these buckets is that you can't restack them once they're filled with things. Because they're full of things! How do you stack a bucket that's full of things? Only run when you're absolutely certain. That was a big mistake. And now my bucket's appeared right outside. Well, I guess a bucket's a bucket. We can fill it with other things. At the end of the day, only a fool says no to an empty bucket. Same reason you collect bottles in those Zelda games. I don't think buckets can cross-contaminate each other when they're stuck into each other, so don't worry about that. I sure love cleaning. There's such satisfaction to seeing an environment grow so less messy with a few sweeps of a mop. It's why I went to janitor. Yeah, there's a university for janitorism, and yet I still get paid little. Without me, this facility would be fucked. But a decent paycheck? Well, maybe I do get a decent paycheck. It's never revealed how much you get paid for this. On the plus side, now that the bucket is empty, you can't spill anymore. La 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 la. Man, that's got such a good tune. Like, I don't watch the movies, but that's a good tune. It's so easy to hum to. I mop the floor with someone like you. My mop. My mop. Piece of glass. Piece of dead guy. Big piece of dead guy. This goes straight in the oven. Gotta keep them buns in the oven. I do hold on to my theory that if you put something in the oven and then close it, the furnace burns it up faster. I know, it's a janitor's theory, but come on. We have access to the vendor, right? Because I could pick up a med kit and repair that medical box. What I would like is that this thing has like a little tap on the side that your hands can get all dirty. That'd be pretty neat. Because I do notice that this game takes a lot of liberties with things you don't have to clean. Being mostly yourself. But I guess that would ruin the more interesting parts of the experience. Excellent. See, a job well done is just a job you do several times. I keep taking so many risks with my buckets. Should stop doing that, actually. I think I found this place. I hate it so much. So much! Like, words can't even. A general rule of thumb is don't keep the button down more than a second. More than a second tends to start being the point where problems arise. Like that. No. Oh yeah, I get to build a 3D engine, but now I have an idea as to what to do. So I'm gonna have a fun vacation filled with engine building. You see, this is where the bucket comes in good. Like, you can use... I mean, a crate comes in good. Like, buckets can handle the small things. They can't handle the big things all that well. Like, I can handle some of those, but I can't handle, like, a lot of them. Now it's all dry chunky chunks, which I can clean up at the speed of sound. And I know that normally my work formula is clean up an area, go to next area. I'm going to leave those chunky chunks there until we have access to the crate machine. I dislike where the crate machine is. I like the idea of having them separate, but the crate machine is in an area that doesn't necessarily... Well, it does have a lot of things related to crating, I guess. Like, I guess you could justify its positioning, but... I don't know. That'd be a neat thing you could buy in, like, a store in-game. Like, buy an extra crate machine position. There will now also be a crate machine at position X, for example. I'm just going to take this away. Like, I don't even want to deal with that stuff. I don't care about your stupid intestine. But yeah, those chunky chunks are gonna be there for a bit. I do wonder why something like this would splatter blood everywhere if the only parts that are bloodied is like the bottom piece. That man must be a sponge. We haven't read this, have we? Something along this. Dangerous environment fest. And he found a prying bar! And his... Oh my fucking god. What is his name? Jordan Fried! Theoretical crime. Jesus Christ. Can you make any better of a joke? Oh, I'm sure that Sector C is also making... Can you make any more of a reference to Half-Life? I mean, for fuck's sake. You're laying it on so thick, man. The only way to put it on thicker is to grab a big piece of lard and just smear it all over. No, it wouldn't be a horrible idea to pick up one of those lanterns. So this is where the crate machine is at. Just a few more splotches of nasty, and we're there. I think we can begin actually cleaning up. This goes a lot faster the second time, you know. I don't know what it is. I guess it's the theory that once you're familiar with an environment, you just feel like it's smaller. Do 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 do. Oh. They don't have to know. They don't have to know my beauty. Don't look at the bucket. The bucket is nothing. The bucket is nothing but a lie. A sham. A hopeless, hopeless, hopeless fool. Ignore the bucket. Ignore him. Ignore him, please. He's nothing. You are my everything. I'll say the same about buckets once they become a scarcity. Like, you really start to respect your equipment once you don't have it all the time. I don't like that staircase, though. Couldn't tell you why. There's just something about it that pisses me off. I do think there's a lantern back down there, though. Like, I so fucking love that. Because it's like... It's called the Hazardous Environment Suit. Hev, I think. Not the Dangerous. And he has a crowbar and a prying bar. And the glasses, like... The name like Jordan Friedman, you already got it. You already got that. But slapping that on... I assume that... let me actually look that up. I'm going to look that up right now. Half-Life Wiki. If it's okay, then it just pulls out the series and I can... No. No, this was released in November. I thought it was a reference to the release date of Half-Life, but it's not. Because it was released in November, not in February. Half-Life 2 is also released in February. So that's... that would have been a lovely thing to do, but I guess they couldn't. Or there's another reference that would conflict with it. I need this gun to be over here, by the way. We're gonna toss a bucket in the fire, filled with offerings of the goddess. Such as chunky chunks. And more chunky chunks. Let's not forget that chunky chunk. Let's put some more in it. I cannot have my first crate being this empty. That will be unloyal. I cannot be such a disloyal beast. And they must also be big chunky chunks. For she has a hunger greater than anything I can imagine. To up. I want to up. Hey, it's another thing. Ah, shit, not. Dr. Alistius Ice, baby! That Friedman's guy is an ass. Not only does he not like vanilla ice, yeah. Hey, baby, archaic, but it's still awesome. He also gets on my nerves. Since we hang out the music box. Not like vanilla ice. The Purge. Oh, that's pretty neat. Neat. I like how they toss in a bit of universe lore like that. That's always neat. Problem with this kind of stuff is that it's hard to estimate how much space you have left in your crate. Kalina! Kalina! Oh wow, I didn't fall off the ledge when I pressed crouch. That's weird. I guess it's because I don't have this. Figures. Just fucking figures. Well, I guess. Ah, whoa! Getting spiky spikes in my fingers. An alternative could be to just take the bucket with it as well. We'll fill up the bucket with some stuff too. We'll fill it up with the little baby things. I'm also doing some Planet Explorers lately for those that are in my Steam list. Because I might do a video on that again. It's had some updates. It has a scanner device, for example. Kriya is also getting an update. We'll also be doing some stuff on that. Once the update comes out, at least. I saw a good extra big gib. Oh yeah, that's... This is the kind of stuff that Milady loves. Ooh, yeah. Milady, of course, you get to be the last one. I've worked so hard. I had to traverse a Half-Life 2 reference and a reference to Vanilla Ice. All to get to your beautiful splendor. Those beautiful yellow angles. That geometrically compliant shape. It makes me make noises like goo and goo. Here, take this. No, it's not organic. I know organic's your favorite, but... You are my first. Who deserves the big and the small. The large and the thin. Oh, God, you're so heavy. Look at how much work I'm doing at once. What was it again? No, that wasn't it. No, that wasn't either. Show... No, that just turns into the decals. That... I still love this. It does fuck with lighting. A lot. But, just look at how neat everything looks. It gives such a good insight as to how... Oh, I like how this thing's pure black. Oh, don't worry, my little sniffer. The lovely lady is about to take her trip to Valhalla. Wow, wow. Wah, wah, wah. Na 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 na. For she is the greatest, the brightest of them all. My lady smells so sweet. She's square, yellow, and beat. I enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time, I guess. I must throw all giblets on a heap. Must freak out Sniffer!